Welcome to another Whiskey Games and Nerd Stuff, and we are on week 2 of our solo playthrough of Deep Regrets. Let's go ahead and take a sip. And we did catch some fish on our first one, and we did buy a cask ale that says just drink the ale and force a smile. It allows us to get rid of 2 regrets, and we still have our can of worms, which allows us to peek at a fish and put it back on the top or bottom of a shoal. So we'll go ahead and put these over here. And then we can use them for later if we want. And we will go ahead and proceed with our turn. We're going to clock in. We're going to coffee up, which means take a sip. And let's go ahead and roll our dice. All right, we got a 3, a 2, and a 1. So I'm going to go ahead and spend the 1 right off the bat so we can go down a depth, down to depth 2. And let's see, we have a 3 and a 2, so a total of 5. So we can go for a large fish if we want to in depth 2 right off the bat. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's just go ahead and go for a large fish. Giant octopus, large and fair. Must be caught with exactly 2 dice. Nice. It's got an eat component. We don't have to worry about that one. And let's go ahead and move those 2 dice over. And this is a large and fair, so let's go ahead and flip that over. Giant octopus. That's worth 6 gold. Nice. All right. And that is day 1. We kind of just went through it right there. So we will go ahead and move our marker to day 2. We don't have any fish showing. We are going to coffee up. So that means take a sip. Roll our dice. All right. We've got 2, 1, and 1, which I think it means we're going to stick to the top. So let's see. Do we have any smaller fish? Yep, we've got a small fish right here. We have a filefish, small and fair. All right, and I don't believe we've caught one of those yet. Nice. Filefish. So 1 and a 1. All right. We still have, let's see, we got a medium and a small. Let's stick with the middle one and see what we get. We have a black scabbard fish, middling and fair. All right, let's go ahead and go with that one. And we have not got that one yet. And we are going to go ahead and try and go for this middle one again. And it is a small flying Gurnard, which I believe we had from before. Yep, we've already caught this one, and we are able to haul it in. So we don't need to mark it down, but we are going to go ahead and pay for it because it's always good to collect that money. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and go to Wednesday. And let's coffee up, which we know what that means. Let's get another drink. And so far, we haven't gotten any regrets, so that's pretty cool. All right, we got a 2, 1, and 1 again. So let's stick with the smaller fish. Actually, let's go this middle one. Let's see if we can get lucky. Ooh, we have an amulet of Agartha, small and foul. We have to get 3 regrets, display face up in front of you. Take the omen dice and treat it as one of your player dice. All right, let's go ahead and double check what that means. All right, so I had to pull out this and find out what that was. Amulet of Agartha. This can't be sold, has no value, and does not score. When you catch it, take the raw red omen die, roll it, and put it into your fresh pool if your max dice allows. If not, place it in your spent pool. Treat it exactly like a player die. If an ability forces you to discard it, immediately discard it. So let's go ahead and roll this. Cool. We have a 2. And let's go ahead and see if we can get a fish. Let's see. Let's try this one. A Maui Maui. We'll go ahead and spend it. We already have caught this one from before, if I recall correctly. Yep. But it's good to have that money. So we went ahead and we are now going to go to Thursday. We're going to coffee up, which we know what that means. Let's take a drink. And roll our dice. All right, that's some good dice. We got some 3s and a couple 1s. So let's go ahead. We're going to spend 1 dice to go down to depth 3. Oh, wait. I did forget. I needed to take 3 regrets from when we caught that earlier. So we've got a 3-point deep regret. Burn my house to the ground. That's not good. We have a heavy regret. Get embarrassingly seasick. And then we have another heavy regret. Lost a leg to the piranhas. Oh, that's not good. All right. So we went ahead and spent 1 dice to go down 1. And let's go for a big fish. Since we've got those 2 3s right here. We've got a giant isopod. It's a 6 to catch her. Discard a large fish from your hand to catch this automatically. Okay. Well, let's go ahead. We don't have a large fish from our hand, so we can't. Oh, we do. But I don't want to. You know what? I'm not going to discard a fish to get it automatically. We'll just go ahead and spend our 6 points to get it. And this is a fair. And it's a giant isopod. All right, we still have 1 left. And we're going to see if we can get the small fish up here. And it's a Osti fish, if I'm saying that right. We do have to get a regret. Let's see what this regret is. It is a trivial regret. Missed a call on the new telephone. Oh, that's okay. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and go to Friday. Let's coffee up, which we know what that means. We'll roll our dice. We've got a 3, a 2, and 2 1s. All right. Let's see what we can get. I think we should try one of these big fish again. Let's go for this one. We've got a gulper eel, middling and fair, must be caught with exactly 2 dice. So we need 2 dice to capture it, which would be a 3 and a 1. And this is one that we didn't have before. So gulper eel. And that's worth 6. That's nice. All right, we've got 3 points left. So let's go ahead and let's try this one up here. We've got a black sea bass, middling and fair. Have we captured a black sea bass? We have, but the nice thing is we didn't haul one. So we'll be able to haul that hopefully here. And we will go ahead and spend the dice. We have 1 more dice. Let's try and get this one right here. Okay, we won't be able to get it because it's the Barracuda. It does have 2. We don't have 2. So what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and spend a dice to go ahead and grab a dink card. The dink card is the odd ring, which allows us to get rid of 3 regrets, if I recall correctly. And because I want that money, I want to go ahead and use this now. But I've got to double check if we can use it now or not. And we can use the dink card anytime we want. So I'm going to spend this dink card and use it. And we are going to get rid of 3 random regrets because I want that money. So let's see. We're going to get rid of... Nice. We got rid of that 3. We get rid of a 2. And we're going to get rid of the trivia. So we're at the end of the week. So at the end of the week, what we do is what regrets we have left. So we have 2. And we need to discard a value of 2. So let's go ahead and discard the black sea bass. And now let's catch our money. Let's make this a little bit easier. We'll do, there's the higher ones. That's 18. There's 20, 23, 24, 25. So let's just double check that we've got this right. We've got 6, 12, 18, 20, 23, and 22. Oh, 6, 12, 18, 20, 23, 25. I keep doing that. All right, so let's see what we've hauled in. Let's start with the small ones. The flying, okay, we've already hauled that one in, so it doesn't matter. The filefish, nice. That's another one we've got hauled in. We've got our black scabberfish. Nice, we got that one hauled in. Maui Maui, we already hauled in. Now we've got our giant octopus. Got that bad boy hauled in. And we have our gulper eel. Got that hauled in. And our giant isopod. Got that hauled in. All right, and what did we say we had again? We had 18, 20, 23, 25. So let's go ahead and see what we want to buy for the next one. We've got 25. I think I want the bone wheel, but let's double check what the bone wheel does. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and take the bone wheel. It lets us retain any unspent points on dice, and it's something that we can equip for an entire day. So this isn't one of those things that some of these stuff you get to equip one use per game. Some are equip all, some are equip one per day. This is something that we're going to get on there and be able to equip that for the day. And then we'll be able to retain any unspent dice or points, which will be beneficial when we do week number 3. And then I'm going to go ahead and the bottom, I'm marking this off so we know what week we are. I do appreciate you watching the video. This was week 2 of the solo playthrough. As always, if I did anything incorrectly, please let me know. This is only my second game playing this, and we're filming it as we go. We will be doing week 3 shortly. Do appreciate everybody watching. Please like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And until next time, folks, cheers.